Every other video on YouTube is about self-improvement. Improve this, improve that. Just keep caking on the improvements. But life is ironic and has a sense of humor. What we needed all along is self-destruction. Before doing any building, you have to break yourself down. And funny enough, you end up getting to where you want to go faster and as the best version of you. You are going to lose some of yourself in this process, hence it being called self-destruction. But get excited, you have no idea how much you needed this. Let me help you with the breakdown and the build up, because on your own, you may do this all wrong. To start, get a blank Google Doc or a blank page of your journal ready. On the top, title it Self-Destruction. And the first thing you write down is a description of what you want to achieve in life. This is a description of your vision state self. We talk about vision exercises in our channel. Won't get too deep on it here, but check out the other videos to get a better sense of this if you need. Write whatever comes to mind, anything health and fitness related that's a goal, finance and wealth related, something to do with relationships. I'll give you an example of what I would write as what I want to achieve in life. It would be, I exercise for 1 hour each day and I feel great about how I feel and how I look. I have a large and global community that benefits from my life tips, and we all are walking together on a journey of feeling real good holistically. I have a healthy family that I get to spend a lot of time with, and there's a lot of love and growth all around. I think you get the gist. More detailed, the better. Once you have that, then we can get into the breakdown. Here are 4 exercises to self-destruct properly, so you can get rid of parts of yourself that are getting in the way. First, you have to blow up some of the things you do. Just put an end to them. You probably are doing things right now that are limiting your happiness and capping your chances of reaching your goals. Bad habits are naturally attracted to people without strong intentionality, just like mold to stagnant water. So even if you don't think you have bad habits, it's most likely that you do. Think about what you do every day, starting from waking up, then what you do every moment onwards. What are the things that aren't good for you and get in the way? Write those down. Some examples would be not waking up at a decent hour, not brushing your teeth, eating suboptimal food for breakfast, not getting at least a little bit of sun to start the day, not exercising at all throughout the day, etc., etc. Keep the list a living list and add to it as you think of stuff. This exercise might take a few days, since you'll need to think hard and be honest with yourself to identify things you do that you think are not helping you. And there may be things that you do less frequently, such as drink heavily with friends every now and then. These things should be listed as well if you think they're slowing you down. Second, you have to destroy some relationships. Some people that are in your circles or have access to you regularly are directly or indirectly pulling you down and preventing you from achieving what you need to. Doing an honest gut check of who is good for you and who is not is one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself and for your goals. List down all of the people that you are exposed to regularly in life, then very objectively score them against the goals you have. Is your friend Kyle a positive or negative force when it comes to you and your fitness goals? Is your brother Jake a positive or negative force when it comes to your financial goals? One by one, go through and assess their contribution to your life goals. It's a cold process, but some of the most valuable activities for you and your life are just straight, cold, and ruthless. If you're not going to be honest with yourself, then you're lost. Shake it off and do the diligence. You might feel some emotions arise and you may hear your mind say to you, how could you judge your friend like that? You have to just let your mind throw thoughts at you in resistance to your positive change, because that's what it is designed to do. It resists any change with negative thoughts. The truth is, this doesn't mean you have to completely end relationships, but as long as you know how certain relationships help or hurt you, you can manage them carefully. And your positive progress can ultimately help the people in your circles to be inspired for positive change as well. All worthwhile things in this world are uncomfortable and require effort. Third, you have to eliminate certain spending habits. What you pay for, what you buy, drives a lot of your progress, especially with your finances. Getting honest with your spending and eliminating all of the unnecessary and bad spending will establish a strong foundation for wealth and good habits. Write down everything that you spend money on. Look through your credit card history, your bank account history, and write down purchase activities that are common. You might see that you buy on average 1 coffee outside each day, and you usually buy food delivery for dinner, and you spend $200 on alcohol at the bar each week, and you pay Uber roughly $100 each weekend as well. These are just a few examples, but they will reveal a lot of your approach to life. You'll have to go through the expenses you've identified and identify which ones you feel you don't need. Then you determine the replacements that would remove those expenses. Instead of buying coffee outside, buy a thermos and brew coffee at home, then carry coffee with you in the thermos. Instead of taking the Uber so much, figure out how to take public transportation, or establish a system with your friends to have one person be the designated driver each night out and take turns. Outlining your life in terms of where you spend money will make change very actionable, and you'll feel really good when you see your hard-earned money not burn away so quickly. This will set up a lot of new opportunities for your saved money, which we talk about in this channel, so subscribe so you can get notified of more videos with more tips. And fourth, you have to eviscerate some of who you are. This part is a bit more intangible, and it requires an exploration into your psyche and your personality. Some people will protest at this and say that whoever you are is perfect and you shouldn't change who you are. Those people need to calm down. Yeah, you are exactly who you need to be, and that comes with it working on yourself, destroying yourself, then building yourself back up. That's a part of the game. Resting on who you are and being lazy about changing things is a pretty lame excuse. So destroying some of who you are starts with identifying characteristics of yourself that you think are getting in the way. Again, write them down. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of specifically? Do you delay things a lot? Are you fairly positive or are you negative? If you have a trustworthy friend, maybe you can ask them what they think about you, and you can determine if any of those traits are helpful or hurtful to your purposes. Then you write down declarations that you will not be the things you want to stop being. I will not be as negative as I usually am. I will not procrastinate as much as I do. I will not be afraid of things that can help me progress towards my goals. Through this, you will have done a fairly good job of destroying yourself. Self-destruction at its finest, and with you remaining as only a fraction of what you once were. It's time for the next stage. The build-up. Here are 4 exercises that will help you fill those holes left from the destruction that will rebuild yourself into a machine that will more efficiently get you to your goals. Continue writing in the Google Doc or journal pages, but now title this section as The Build-Up and prepare to do 4 separate thought exercises. You'll recognize there is a pattern here. First, you have to start doing certain things. Write down certain behaviors and activities that you can add to your current life that will help you move towards your vision of yourself that you wrote about at the beginning of this exercise. Think about smaller things that you can add into your daily habits that address each of your major goals. For fitness or health-related goals, decide to wake up at a certain time and eat leafy greens followed by 2 eggs for breakfast every single day. And commit to joining an exercise class at least 3 times a week. For wealth goals, commit to opening up a high-yield savings account and automatically deposit a few $100s a month. And also open a brokerage account and automatically deposit a certain amount each month. Also commit to learning a new skill or joining a meetup on a topic that is a part of your life vision. Write down all of the behaviors that you think will help you get there. Be very specific and make the behaviors actionable. This will significantly increase the chances of you adopting them. Second, you have to start hanging around certain people. Who in your circle is going to be a positive force in you accomplishing some of your goals? Is there someone that has already achieved certain shared goals and is willing to help? You need to write those names down and make an effort to connect with them more frequently and connect with them on those relevant topics. If these people are passionate about the topic you have a goal in, then they should be more than happy to help you and walk that path with you. If you are in need of finding people outside of your circle to provide you with positive influence towards your goal progress, then you have to start exposing yourself to the right communities. Join meetups that are around your goal topics. Look around on LinkedIn or Instagram to find people that seem to have accomplished some of your key goals. Also, ask around your circle if anyone knows anyone that has gone through and accomplished some of your goals. The power of connections will surprise you. Positive human forces in your life that have walked the path you want to walk are living cheat codes. It may take some time to find the right ones, but it is oh so worth it. So you must not give up the search. Third, you have to start making certain assets. When you build yourself up from the ashes, you need to consider your assets as a part of you holistically. And most likely, there will be some asset component to your vision state self. If you wish for a certain amount of wealth or passive income or business ownership, this comes with it the need to create your own assets. Think about what types of assets you would like to have in the future. Would you like a certain type of home to live in and other real estate to generate passive income? Would you like to also create videos for the sake of transferring your knowledge to your loved ones and the world? Would you like incomes from dividends from stocks or stocks to borrow against in the future since loans against your own assets are at lower rates and loans are not taxed? Well, then you need to start building those assets now. Once you shortlist the assets that you'd like to have in the future, start identifying the steps you can take now that will begin the journey. The asset that you are working towards might seem like it's far too ambitious or unattainable, but again, tell your brain to stop yammering and just think about the smallest steps you can take now to slowly accrue the assets over time. Remember, the power of compounding is a life wonder, and if you improve on your efforts and contribution 1% a day or even a week, what you have will be shocking in the matter of a few years. To help you with kickstarting your assets, I have some non-sponsored referral links in the description and a full related video as a recommended one at the end of this. Fourth, you have to start becoming certain things. What are the characteristics of a person that will obtain your goals with more speed? Write those down. Staying positive, working diligently, staying humble, staying curious, enjoying the pain of growth, never giving up, never delaying. These are just a few examples. Select the traits that you really believe will help you accomplish your life ambitions. Then start thinking of small actions you could take that would help you embody those characteristics in your day-to-day. For example, let's say for the characteristic of staying positive, put a jar on your desk, and whenever you say something negative through the day, deposit $1 in the jar. Or write on a piece of paper, "I am a positive person," and post it up in the bathroom where you will see it every day. For the characteristic of working diligently, have a dry erase board put up on your fridge or elsewhere visible, and commit to writing down the 3 must-complete items on there before you sleep. And as you accomplish those tasks, cross them out. Establish some systems in place to help you immerse in these micro behaviors that should lead to you adopting the larger behaviors naturally in your life. Train yourself like you were a computer. We are all programmable through intentionally placed systems. And as mentioned, if you'd like to get some tips on how to establish your own assets and a foundation for your wealth, check out this video here.